Some advice that I would give to a faculty or a staff member looking to help and connect with a first generation student is just listen. Listen to the things that we have to say and understand that this is our first time going through this process.
It's really helpful when professors don't make any assumptions about people.
Be more aware of the first generation student experience. I know it's sometimes tough because everyone's busy having to, run the class, but just know that first generation students do have a different experience than a student who is continuing generation.
Not assuming that just because they're first generation, that means their whole family's uneducated or that they come from a very low socioeconomic background.
There are students who come from a background where older, wiser people are seen as authority. And so students like me, like first generation students, I was often very scared to go to office hours because I felt like I was wasting someone's time.
Maybe don't always wait for us to ask. A lot of the faculty and people who I've worked with have been super sympathetic and compassionate people who would willingly help anytime I asked for help. But sometimes we don't, as first gen people, we don't even know what to ask for.
Even though we may have some hesitancies about receiving help or have hesitancies about how to approach people, we are still more than capable of understanding our own actions and understanding that we are navigating through this college system, and that people who are first generation students, they already overcame a lot of struggles just to get to the point where they are here at BU. And the last thing anyone needs is to feel ostracized or chastised because they don't understand something that may be simple, but in reality it's just something that they weren't made aware of.
It's really important to acknowledge that the first generation experience is not monolithic. Not everyone who is first gen has had the same experiences.
I think as a professor, it's very important that they develop some understanding that, not everyone had these parents who are professors or doctors or engineers. So we wouldn't know a lot of things, honestly. I wouldn't know how to even talk, in a specific context, not just because I'm a first generation student, but also because I'm an international student. So there's all these levels of barriers that I might do things wrongly without wanting to.
Some people have gotten the opportunity to get resources and just get information from their parents, while we might not know that information.
That being first gen does not just mean that you are the first to go to college, but it means that a lot of times you have a lot of other pressures and responsibilities on you.
So when you're trying to support a first generation student, you need to think about how they feel. You need to think about how they might not know all these things. So you have to be very observant about what they need to know and what they don't know,